Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Fantastic Four First Steps, Rise of the Female Silver Surfer. We're going to talk about Julia Garner, who is the actress playing the Silver Surfer, the gender swap Silver Surfer. And she actually said something on social media, or in an interview rather, that I think was a very good response to the backlash that she's been getting, which is basically it's a gig.
Yeah, well, it is. She's basically, it's my job, and I'm just doing the best job I can. You know, she's not her decision.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about this because this is one thing we've talked about at length before, especially now when there's so much discussion around the new Superman movie. Sometimes people associated with the production can actually paint that production in a negative light by opening their mouths on social media and saying the wrong thing. And sometimes if you just give a very professional answer or just don't say anything, you're further ahead. People will actually turn on you now if they don't like your politics or they don't like your attitude or whatever the reason is. And given the backlash that she's been getting, I actually think her answer was very, very good. We're going to talk about that. We're going to maybe talk about some other examples of movies or TV shows or video games or whatever that have been tanked because people could not control themselves. And, you might be responding to one person, but there could be 100,000 or 1 million people looking at your response, making a decision based on what you say, whether or not they're going to give their money to your movie or project.
Yes.
So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to news.clownfishtv.com. Check out news.clownfishtv.com for more podcasts and news. We've got some more podcasts coming. Going to get some recorded here, I think, this week. We got some other stuff coming up. So we'll do that. Thank you very much. Let's talk about this because she did an interview. Let's see. Cosmic Book News has it. She said she's responding to the female Silver Surfer backlash, and there has been significant backlash because a lot of people are like, wait a minute, we finally get comic book accurate Galactus, but we get a gender swap Silver Surfer.
I mean, it's understandable because, you're used to seeing the Silver Surfer, and that's what everybody expected, everybody wanted. But the flip side is it's clearly not the 616. So
Right. And there's a reason for this. Now, I do believe personally if they continue to use the Fantastic Four, they continue to do something with the Silver Surfer, I think we will get Nora and Rad eventually. Mm-hmm. There's a rumor actually that Nora and Rad, that they were looking at Keanu Reeves for Nora and Rad, which I think would be kind of cool, but we'll see what happens. But no, she said, they asked her at the BBC, they said, I'm just going to still do my job. It's also it's Shala Ball, so it's different. I was just happy that people are resonating with it, and just like any other project. So I'm grateful to be at this dance, to be completely honest with you.
So basically, I'm just grateful to have gotten the part. I'm grateful to be part of this experience. And, she didn't choose to have the character in, and she doesn't get to choose what it looks like. The AI on it does not look. Now, I think on some of the things I'm seeing lately, it looks a little better than it did initially. But yeah.
It's still, I mean, I'm going to be honest. It still doesn't look as good as the Silver Surfer in the 2000s movie, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
That's just weird to me, but yeah.
Get that Silver Surfer and this Galactus, and we're good. But, whatever. And that's the thing people forget, too, is, these actors are going to take the gig. They're going to take a role. Somebody says, hey, have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to come in and do this thing. And you want to work, right? So you're going to take the gig. I don't think it's going through their minds. Some people might go through their minds like, oh, there might be a lot of backlash to this or whatever, but they're probably like, hey, you want to be in a Marvel movie? And she's probably like, sure.
I mean, it would be kind of sucky though. Like you are offered a really good role in like a movie, like a Marvel movie or Star Wars movie or something. And you have to debate whether or not you should take it because you're afraid that there'll be so much backlash, but it's not the actor's fault. It's because they Kelly Marie Tran, for example, with Rose Tico, the character was stupid.
Yes.
But she was herself super excited to be part of it, which I get, but it wasn't. And that's why I always tell people not to harass the actors, because unless they're out there making stupid comments, then I get it. But if they're like being professional like she is, don't harass the actor because they're just doing their job and they're not disrespecting you, so don't disrespect them.
Yeah, and then what happens is they whip up this outrage, this controversy, and then they use it as a cudgel against fans later. Like, do you remember 10 years ago, Kelly Marie Tran?
Right, but she's not
the
doing
backlash and the racists.
she's not blaming the audience. She's
No.
basically like, there are a lot of people who like it, a lot of people who don't like it. I get it. I'm just here because I'm doing a job and I'm really happy to be part of it. And I think that's a good answer because she is not throwing everybody under the bus for not liking the character. She's not saying anything controversial. She's just like, I'm enjoying what I have while I'm here. I'm very excited to be part of it, is basically all she's saying.
Yeah, and I think that's a good answer. I mean,
it was a good answer. Let's hope she doesn't like say something stupid later.
I think more actors and actresses have to realize that not everybody's going to love what you do, and just because they don't love what you do doesn't make them awful people. It doesn't make them bigots, homophobes, misogynists. Because normally they'd be out there like if somebody else would be like, "Hey, all the bigots and the misogynists are mad."
But it's not even because of what they do. It's because of the characters themselves, or the fact that they gender swapped or race swapped the character. Now, this character's always been a femalist version of it. But the point is, people are expecting a male Silver Surfer, and they use this other world's short, barely mentioned version for whatever reason. Yeah. But it's not, audiences might get upset about it. But at the end of the day, it's not the actor's fault. And unless the actor's out there being an asshole, there's no reason to be vicious to them because they're just part of it and excited. And you can say, I really don't like that they're using her,
right?
This character as being a race or a gender swapped version of it, but just don't attack the actor because the actress didn't do anything.
Yeah, and this is in contrast to someone like Rachel Zegler, who,
oh my God, insufferable.
she like, I think the movie would have done a lot better had she just been like, well, I hope you come see the movie. I understand it's not for everybody. I love the classic Snow White 2. I did the best I could do. Please come see the movie. Please come see the movie. Don't hold against me or whatever.
Well, honestly, even if she hadn't been insufferable, I don't know if it would have done much to help that movie because the dwarves were really terrible. I mean,
I think the dwarves,
they were creepy AF. Yeah. I mean, they really were. And they made changes to it, and she was part of that. Because, now he's not the prince. Now he's like, a bandit and all this other crap. And it's like, this is stupid.
I mean, this is coming up now, too. It's kind of, juxtaposing what she said with, some of the stuff going on with Superman. We've got James Gunn's brother out there saying stuff James Gunn has said has actually been distorted by the media. We got Pedro Pascal out there saying stuff.
Oh, God, Pedro Pascal doesn't shut up. He's like Rachel Zegler in male form.
So it's refreshing, even if I hate the idea of them gender swapping the Silver Surfer, which I do. I'm like, you finally got Galactus right, but you're going to do, okay, whatever. Regardless of that was a very classy answer.
Mm-hmm,
and I think there are some movies that could have been salvaged had the people associated with the movies just shut their effing mouths and let the movie speak for itself. We talked about Dungeons and Dragons before.
Mm-hmm.
The D&D movie, the Honor Among Thieves, was actually a pretty good movie, but we had the people associated with the production out there talking about how, oh yeah, well, we're gonna make the men more sensitive.
We're gonna emasculate men.
We're gonna emasculate men, and it's gonna we're gonna redefine what masculinity is. I'm like, there's none of that. There's none of that in the movie.
James Gunn did not do himself any favors coming out and saying what he said. I mean, even if that it was kind of taken somewhat out of context. Not smart. Just like, don't say this stuff. Let your work speak for itself. It's all you have to do. And they just don't. And like I said, people are going to be upset about the Silver Surfer being a woman no matter what, because everybody's expecting Norrin Radd. They're not going to be happy about that for whatever reason. You get these guys on there. It was so funny to me. You get these guys on social media and they're like, nah, she was in the comics. I'm like, yes. A blink and you miss her, and like an issue for a couple pages. I'm like, that doesn't, yes and no. And it's just, but it's not the actor's fault. But I understand the audience being upset about it. But remember, it wasn't the actress's choice. It was the people in charge at Marvel, Kevin Feige and the director and them. It was their choice to make it the female version. And honestly, they probably thought they get more guys in the theater. And we might get some girls too, because it's the Sue Storm movie. And we're going to get girls because it's girl power. And then they're thinking guys are going to show up for a silver naked woman. Which, of course, they're going to show up for a silver naked woman.
It's just
obviously.
It's weird looking at her because Norrin Radd has this like uncanny, like alien presence about. He doesn't have any ears. He doesn't have any hair.
Yeah.
His eyes are white, and she's got like mascara and lashes and eyebrows and ears. I stand by
what I said. Pretty silver naked woman is going to bring dudes to the theater. Okay, guys. How many of you want to see it? See the female Silver Surfer because she's a naked silver woman that's pretty. I mean, I'm just saying, and a lot of you might not, and that's okay too. But I'm just saying, I think their thought process is we're going to make it strong female characters, get the girls in the seats, which isn't going to work, and we're going to do a sexy naked silver lady and get the guys in the seats.
Yeah, normies might look at it and be like, "Oh, hey, there's a sexy silver naked lady."
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
Super comic book fans probably aren't going to be happy.
Yeah,
but normies, which is what they're catering to, are going to be like, hot silver naked lady. All right, hot damn.
I'm actually at this point, I'm more bothered by Ben's beard than I am the female Silver Surfer. I'm gonna be honest.
Weird.
It's weird. I mean, they did in the
shave
comics
that
and the
thing?
newer comics, but it was it's not something that's done very often. So I don't know. Anyway, there we go. I just want to point this out because I think when stars do it right, when they take a controversial role and they respond like this, they can actually diffuse appropriately. They can mitigate some damage. And I think one thing that these studios have to do is basically work on their people to be like, look, when you're asked about it, this is going to be a hot potato. It's a hot potato issue. Please don't throw kerosene on the fire.
Well, I think we call out people when they say like shitty, stupid things. But I think if someone says it right and does it right, they should also be acknowledged for doing it right. And I think, at least so far, I mean, you're still plenty of time to mess it up.
Yeah.
Still so far, she kind of did it right.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool. So class act for sure. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.